cannot say in one breath you're her friend, and then in the next breath, the man that she with don't like her like that. Like let's just start there. Why are y'all going up so much for Nic Olandria? I don't know if I want to say fetishy. It's giving, we're just happy that this white man chose this black woman. It's a good amount of us that is just so happy to feel like a black woman was chosen. Olandria was rather boring to me. I thought she was boring and she was dry.
It's coming.
Do you feel like Olandria and Nic's relationship is real? Is this you thinking, or is this your answer? I'm going to assume that that's your answer. Mm-hmm. Is that tough for you because Olandria is someone that you consider to be a close friend?
Yeah, it really is tough for me because, again, she just came out here for Shelly's birthday, and we all spent a time together at the club, and we all kicking it like that, so I have a lot of respect for Olandria, but again, from the last conversation that I've had with, Nic, it was a matter of it's not a romantic spark.
This is kind of crazy. I have my own opinions on this. First, let's start with to the left, right? To the left. You cannot say that you are Olandria's friend and you got up here and embarrassed or attempted to embarrass her by saying that the man that she calls her man, the man that she's all on the blog saying is giving her this soft life, this soft girl treatment. You cannot say in one breath you're her friend, and then in the next breath, the man that she with don't like her like that. Like let's just start there, Ace. I feel like he's wrong for that. And maybe he's not wrong for saying that because that's his opinion, but you cannot say that you're that girl's friend and say what you said on this platform because you knew that it's going to literally go viral and your friend is going to be embarrassed. So that's not your friend. Let's start there. This is probably Ace's true opinion. Nic probably did say this to him, but it's not really his place to tell. Now, in another conspiracy theory head situation, maybe they all playing us, right? Maybe they are all playing us to stay relevant. And what I mean by that is this. I don't think that Nicolandria is a thing. I don't think that they do have a romantic spark. If I had to guess, I don't think that they're going to be together this time next year. I do not think, in my humble opinion, that they are actually feeling themselves to be in a relationship. I do not think that. But what I can say is that if I was in those shoes, I would ride this till the wheels fell off. I might even have a conspiracy with Ace for him to, go out on this podcast, say this stupid shit, because people think that we're actually friends. People think that you and Nic are actually friends. So because we want to keep our 15 minutes of fame to an hour to maybe a year of fame, we are going to do everything we can to keep our names in this blog. We don't want this shit to fizzle out. We want to say and do whatever salacious stuff we can to stay in the blogs. In the same mindset of Kenny and Janae. Kenny did not like that girl. Kenny did not respect that girl, but he saw the bottom line. He saw the dollar, and he said, for the money, for the fame, for my extended 15 minutes, I'm about to be out here and stick with this girl and pretend to love her and like her as long as I can because I want this money. Period, point blank. Now, we got there. We got to the point that I do not think that Ace was right for this. If this is not a scheme that Todd set up, this is absolutely not right for him to do if he is Olandria's friend. Also, it could be a scheme that Ty set up, and maybe they're all conspiring. But here's the thing that I feel like nobody's talking about. If this is not a conspiracy, if this is truly Ace's real way of thinking, then my thoughts might not be popular. I personally do not think that Nic and Alandrea are going to be somebody that goes the distance. And one thing that I feel like people are not talking about, and this is my opinion, I have to keep saying that because I feel like it's going to be unpopular. The bigger question that we want to ask ourselves is, why are so many people going up for Nic Olandria? Why are so many black people and black women specifically going up for Nicolandria and Nic and Alandrea? And here's my opinion. it's really giving a low-key pick-me energy. Now, bear with me because I know that this might sound a little bit whatever. But if you sit back and think about it, why are people going up for Olandria to be with Nick? Is it truly because, we believe that they have something, this imaginary spark that nobody didn't want to see, and that they're truly in love with each other? Do we really sit here and say that we thoroughly would bet our life savings or our salary on the fact that Nick really is in love or is going towards being in love with Olandria, and that this is going to be something that sticks? If you ask a lot of these people out here who are team Nicolandria, a lot of these black women, a lot of these black think piece people, about if you could bet your bottom dollar that this is real and that this is going to be a thing, they would be lying to you if they said that they believe it's real and that they would bet their salary. They're lying. So to me, the bigger conversation is, it's giving, we're just happy that this white man chose this black woman. We're just happy that we have representation of a dark-skinned woman on TV who appears to be winning because this white man chose her. They chose each other. We'll even say that. They chose each other. But I feel like it's more so black people and black women, not all, but it's a good amount of us that is just so happy to feel like a black woman was chosen and that she's on this show and that she's the talked about, breakout star in the season. And so let me dig into that a little bit more. Unfortunately, in today's society, black women, some will say dark-skinned black women, get the scraps. Maybe we're not the most desirable. Now, listen.
I am never, I'm sorry, like that, please, no.
But there is a narrative out here that black women are least desirable, which is a fucking narrative. It's very much not true. But with that narrative being out there, it's giving an energy of, we just want to be chose. We just want to be selected. And if you even dumb it down more, it is low-key giving a pick-me energy. You have to stop and ask yourself, why am I out here on the YouTube street singing Nicolandria? Why am I so happy about this white man who was just humping this girl earlier? Why am I so happy about that? Also ask yourself, if Olandria, because I was telling my friend about this and she was like, well, it could also be a situation of, we're just happy to see the underdog, which is Olandria. She had a hard time with Taylor, and so she was considered the underdog. So we're just happy that she won, and she won with the prize. Because y'all feel like Nick is a prize. You're lying to yourself if nothing in you is saying that. You're lying to yourself if you don't feel like she got a prize. Now, you could also feel like he got a prize. But there's some type of sick, I don't know if I want to say fetishy, but there's some type of sick underlying thing in a lot of people's heads as to why they're so excited about Nick and Olandria being together. And it's not just all, because it's love. But as I was saying, my friend was saying that, okay, it could be that she's an underdog. Let's say that she was an underdog. A black man, a regular black man, what's the dude name? The dude that was also a cowboy, a country dude that was on the show that he didn't even make it to the reunion. Let's say that they ended up being together, and let's say that was her happy ending. Would there be a song about, you know what I'm saying? Would there be a song out here about Nick or Olandria and his country black boy? Would people be going up so hard for her if she chose, or if a regular black man chose her? Let's say at the end it was Taylor and Olandria. Would they even be still having their 15 minutes of fame? If you look at these couples, their 15 minutes is slowly dying away. All of them are breaking up. Amaya, Pepe, all of them people are breaking up one by one. Literally, when the reunion dropped, bloop, 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 break up. They were in it as long as they could get to the reunion, and then they broke up. So at the end of the day, they're very smart to stick with someone, even if they don't like them like that, to extend their 15 minutes of fame. So at the end of the day, if Olandria and just a regular black guy, if they won, y'all would not be going up for them in the same manner that y'all are going up for Nicolandria. And you have to ask your question, why? Why do you feel like people are so enamored with Nicolandria? I do believe that there's some type of sick energy in the reasoning as to why. Now, another unpopular opinion. Olandria is a very beautiful, beautiful woman. Very beautiful woman, right? Period, hard stop. But I do also think that some of the like, oh my God, she is stunning, she is beautiful. It's because we don't often see deeper skin Black women, especially on reality TV spaces, coming out as the star, the breakout star. So I really also feel like that is another reason that we going up. The same thing with Janae in last season. Like, I feel like Janae is more so in line to, I can understand. Like, I feel like she's the people's champ. I feel like Shelly's the people's champ. Beautiful, deeper skin tone women, great personalities, very personable. I really do feel that way. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Olandria is a very beautiful girl, but her personality ain't nothing that I'm about to be like. I feel like she was not the most interesting person. Olandria was rather boring to me. I thought she was boring and she was dry. Beautiful girl, but she was a boring and dry person. And I do think that's a part of the reason why Taylor didn't want to be with her. But also, I think that there's also another layer to this, which is a little, I think there's a little bit of colorism I could see in the situation, which again, it makes me have understanding as to why some people look at this beautiful Black woman and this attractive white man coming together and appearing to be in love. They look at that as a win for everybody, but a win for dark-skinned women. And you have to ask yourself, why do people consider this a win? I know that people are going to listen to this and see this, and they're not going to even want to admit that this is a win for Black women. They're not going to admit that, possibly. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But you have to ask yourself, why is this a win? Now, again, the win is representation, getting our flowers, getting the soft life. But why is this so much a win for you? Why is Nicolandria so much a win for you? Why are there all these think pieces? Now, again, Love Island got a lot of backlash for how they portray the stories of Black women, how they don't really be giving Black women a lot of options when it comes to, people in the villa. There's a lot wrong with Love Island, like, especially from a racial standpoint. I do believe that. We don't really want to get into the damn hurricane that is Huda. Like, I don't even want to get into that. Like, that's just a whole nother layer of bullshit. And she should have been kicked off that show a long time ago. But if we're staying here with this whole Nicolandria, this whole Ace situation, I believe Ace. He shouldn't have said it. That's not your friend, girl. If this is not a setup, that's not your friend. But the bigger question to me, why are y'all going up so much for Nic Olandria? Can you hold that mirror up, look in the camera, look in that mirror, and be like, you know what? I'm just happy that a Black girl was chosen. Is that your true sentiments? Here's another gag. I've had this conversation with people throughout the season of watching this season of Love Island. And is Olandria really like such a beautiful, stunning girl? Or is it just the fact that we're seeing a Black woman who's a very attractive Black woman on our screen? So now we have to give her all the things because we're not used to seeing deeper skinned women being shown as, in that beautiful light. So is she really a beautiful, stunning, model-esque girl? Or is she just a Black girl that we're happy to see on our screen? So we got to give her all the things. And I'm not even talking about Shelly in this point because, I don't know, it's just different. It's just really different to me. I think Shelly has the personality and the looks. And I'm not trying to put these two Black women against each other. But I just really have been thinking all season about why y'all go up so hard for Olandria and Nic to be together. It's not just because y'all want love. It's not even just because y'all want her to win. It's something a little bit more deep rooted in the reason why there's something fetishy. There's something that we're not talking about as to why people want them two together. I don't know. But I really want to hear y'all thoughts and comments in the comment section. I feel like I've not heard people talk about this particular situation or this particular thought process when it comes to Nic and Olandria. And again, don't agree with Ace, but shit, he's not lying. I don't think he's lying. So let me know your thoughts and opinions below in the comments. Keep it cute, keep it respectful, and I'll see you on the next episode.